exploring legal frameworks and licensing approaches. Hello, in this presentation entitled Exploring Legal Frameworks and Licensing Approaches, we shall provide learners with a comprehensive overview of various types of licensing arrangements available to rights holders, including exclusive licenses, non-exclusive licenses, and sub-licenses. Participants will learn about the rights and obligations associated with each type of license and how they can be tailored to meet the specific needs of licensors and licensees. At the end of this presentation, you will be able to apply fair use principles and other exceptions, prepare a comprehensive copyright strategy. Unit 1. Legal frameworks and licensing approaches. Subsection 1.1 Introduction. 1.1 Introduction. What is a licensing agreement? A licensing agreement is a formal legal contract between two parties in which the owner of a property grants permission to another party to use their brand, patent, or trademark. This agreement, established between the licensor and the licensee, outlines the specifics of the arrangement, including the type of license, terms of use, and the compensation for the licensor. The nature of the agreement varies depending on what is being licensed. Licensing agreements also help prevent disputes related to sales, quality concerns, and royalties. A licensing agreement permits one party to use or generate income from the property owned by another party. These agreements provide a source of revenue, known as royalties, which are paid to a company in exchange for allowing its copyrighted or patented material to be utilized by another. Examples of licensable items include music, sports team logos, intellectual property, software, and technology. Licensing agreements enable businesses to maintain control over their property and expand into new markets without significant financial investment. However, potential drawbacks include partnering with an unsuitable company and risking damage to the company's reputation. Advantages and disadvantages of licensing agreements. Licensing agreements are legal contracts between a licensor and a licensee, offering benefits and challenges for both parties. Here's a summary of the key points. Advantages: clear expectations. Licensing agreements outline specific rules, including payment terms, royalties, copyright usage, and expiration, ensuring both parties understand their obligations. Time and cost savings. Proper agreements prevent legal disputes, saving time, money, and effort. Control and market expansion. Licensors retain control over their property's usage, including marketing strategies, while accessing new markets through licensees without needing to establish a direct presence. Disadvantages. Partner risks. Partnering with the wrong company due to inadequate research can result in misaligned values or poor performance, affecting both parties negatively. Reputation damage. Missteps or scandals by one party can harm the other's brand and reputation. Increased competition. Licensors face competition from their own licensees, while licensees risk stifling innovation by relying on another's product instead of investing in their own R&D. Overall, while licensing agreements offer structure and opportunities, they require careful planning and alignment to avoid pitfalls. Licensing agreement example. Entertainment companies like Netflix enter into licensing agreements all the time. The online streaming service obtains the right to broadcast content either exclusively or with other companies from the title content owners. For instance, the company behind a major television series may enter into a licensing agreement, allowing Netflix to include the show among its titles for a certain number of years. In exchange, Netflix would agree to provide royalties to the content owner from fees it collects from its subscribers. Licensing agreements must clearly outline detailed guidelines for the licensed use of properties, including the following aspects: the geographical areas where the property can be utilized, the duration for which the property may be used, whether the arrangement is exclusive or non-exclusive, scaling terms, specifying additional royalty fees if the property is used beyond a set number of times, exclusive versus non-exclusive copyright licenses. Copyright owners can license their exclusive rights either on an exclusive or non-exclusive basis, with key distinctions between the two. exclusive licenses for which ownership of one or more copyright rights is transferred to the licensee. The exclusive licensee is considered the owner of those rights and could sue for infringement. Must be documented in writing. Non-exclusive licenses for which the copyright owner retains ownership and may license the same rights to others. Non-exclusive licensees cannot sue for infringement. Does not require a written agreement. How to establish a licensing agreement. To create a licensing agreement, ensure the following steps are taken. 1. Document the agreement. Ensure the agreement is in writing. 2. Specify the IP rights. Clearly define the intellectual property rights being licensed. 3. Set timeframes. Include the start date, duration, and termination terms of the contract. 4. Define compensation. Negotiate and detail the financial terms, such as lump sums or royalties, payable by the licensee to the licensor. 5. Establish exclusivity. Indicate whether the license is exclusive or non-exclusive. 6. Outline usage conditions. Specify all conditions under which the IP may be used. 7. Define territories. State the geographic regions where the licensee may use the IP. In some EU countries, the licensing agreement may also need to be registered, typically at a relevant authority. Licensors seeking to maximize the value of their intellectual property rights often do so by sublicensing. A sublicense is a license granted to a third party by a licensee that extends some of the rights or privileges enjoyed by the licensee. These sublicenses can enable more effective and efficient distribution, provide greater market acceptance, and generate more licensing revenue. Synopsis. A licensing agreement allows one party to use and/or earn revenue from the property of the owner. Licensing agreements generate revenues, called royalties, earned by a company for allowing its copyrighted or patented material to be used by another company. Some examples of things that may be licensed include songs, sports team logos, intellectual property, software, and technology. Licensing agreements allow parties to control property and enter new markets without having to spend the money to do so. Drawbacks of these deals include establishing a relationship with the wrong company and the possibility of losing a company's reputation.